President, I think it's important that we say a word, because I'm not sure that a lot of Americans necessarily know this, about how we got to where we are today in terms of the national debt. I know there are some people who think that this all began the day that President Obama took office. Well, it's not quite the case. When President Clinton left office, this country was running, in fact, a very significant surplus, and the projections were that we were going to continue to run a surplus. During the 8 years of President Bush, for a number of reasons, including the war in Iraq, the war in Afghanistan, including huge tax breaks for the wealthiest people in this country, including a Medicare Part D prescription drug program, and including the Wall Street bailout, among other things, all of which were not paid for. Those are the primary reasons that we saw an almost doubling of the national debt during the Bush administration. And since President Obama has been in office, we have passed a stimulus package, also adding to the deficit in national debt. But here we are today with a $13.8 trillion national debt, $1.4 trillion deficit, and almost all Americans are in agreement that this is a very serious issue. So the first point that I would make is that it seems to me to be unconscionable for my conservative friends and for everybody else in this country to be driving up this already too high national debt by giving tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires who don't need it, and in a number of cases, Mr. President, don't even want it. Here's one of the interesting ironies. There are lists of many, many very wealthy people who've come forward and say, sure, I want a tax break. Everybody wants a tax break. But you know what? There are other priorities in this country. I don't need it. And two of the wealthiest people in the world, Bill Gates of Microsoft, Warren Buffett, Berkshire, these are billionaires, and they said it's absurd. We don't need a tax break. And all over the country, you're hearing a lot of folks who have a lot of money saying, don't drive up the deficit and force our kids to pay higher taxes to pay off the national debt in order to give tax breaks to the richest people in this country. Now, Mr. President, we have been told really not to worry too much because the extension of these tax breaks for the wealthy will only last 2 years. Not to worry. Well, maybe that's the case. But given the political reality that I have seen in Washington, my guess is that 2 years from now, these tax breaks for the wealthiest people in this country will be extended again.
When I die, auction off all my body parts. Let's see what I be cost. Son of my skull, the Shaggy's cross. Got all these ops on my like it's made of metal. Making so much money, it's like my boss is the devil. She loves me, now I ran out of pedals. Let it ground and all these bits, I'll rip this thorny stem forever. A portrait of my pain and homage to my suffering, same tale I've been a...
Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. I believe you can hear the siren call in your lives without it leading to you crashing against the rocks.
Tax proposal.
Mr. President, as I think everyone knows, the President of the United States, President Obama, and the Republican leadership have reached an agreement on a very significant tax bill. In my view, the agreement that they reached is a bad deal for the American people. I think we can do better. And I am here today to take a strong stand against this bill. And I intend to tell my colleagues and the nation exactly why I am in opposition to this bill. You can call what I'm doing today whatever you want. You can call it a filibuster, you can call it a very long speech. I'm not here to set any great records or to make a spectacle. I am simply here today to take as long as I can to explain to the American people the fact that we have got to do a lot better than this agreement provides. Now let me just enumerate some of the reasons that I am opposed to this agreement. First, as everybody knows, this nation has a record-breaking $13.8 trillion national debt at the same time as the middle class is collapsing and poverty is increasing. And Mr. President, I think it's important that we say a word, because I'm not sure that a lot of Americans necessarily know this.
Tax proposal.
Mr. President, as I think everyone knows, the President of the United States, President Obama, and the Republican leadership have reached an agreement on a very significant tax bill. In my view, the agreement that they reached is a bad deal for the American people. I think we can do better. And I am here today to take a strong stand against this bill, and I intend to tell my colleagues and the nation exactly why I am in opposition to this bill. You can call what I'm doing today whatever you want. You can call it a filibuster. You can call it a very long speech. I'm not here to set any great records or to make a spectacle. I am simply here today to take as long as I can to explain to the American people the fact that we have got to do a lot better than this agreement provides. Now let me just enumerate some of the reasons that I am opposed to this agreement. First, as everybody knows, this nation has a record-breaking $13.8 trillion national debt at the same time as the middle class is collapsing and poverty is increasing. And Mr. President, I think it's important that we say a word, because I'm not sure that a lot of Americans necessarily know this, about how we got to where we are today in terms of the national debt. I know there are some people who think that this all began the day that President Obama took office. Well, it's not quite the case. When President Clinton left office,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to GamerCityLeague, our 4th season. We are going to have an excellent match for you today. You are going to see the Gjaka gang versus 8C, because I'm not saying that entire thing out, but if you would like, I can also call you guys the Crispy Chips, because that's about as into things as I'm about to go with this name. Okay, so I am Stu, and I will be casting today with the help of my support, Lieutenant.
Hello, everybody. Supporting Stu in game and now supporting her in casting.
I'm trying to find the team rosters because I can't remember.
So the two teams who will be playing is Gjaka or Gjaka gang. Top we have Arland with Kerchiga, Jungle Robert Zurach, mid Steven 5566Y, and the bot lane duo of Ardate and Jake, which is Malibuti and Chocolate 444. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have. I'm gonna try this once. Critically crusty, crestfallen, crispy, cringe critics cried crikey. And their top laner, Andrew, sinewy brush, 79.52. Jungle, Elijah, Caleb 3. Mid, Kawa, and the bot lane duo of Chris and Matt, Crispy Man, probably the namesake, and Jojo Mama. So, Stu, what do you think about these two teams? Where are their strengths and where are their weaknesses?
So yeah, I do think both teams have very different strengths. I feel like 8C is going to just. I feel like they have a lot more team synergy, or I guess I feel like they pass the vibe check. They have good vibes. They're gonna work together well, you know. I just feel like everyone on that team just has very good vibes. I feel like the lane matchups for both teams are kind of varied, so it's kind of hard to say whether or not one team, I guess whether I feel like one team will perform better, because I do feel like each lane kind of has different potential both to carry and just in general both teams have very different strong suits, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like the prediction vote has really good odds for 8Cs, because if you want to gamble and take a bet, put in a few points for the 8Cs and you might get rewarded handsomely. Although that... Oh, we are injured.
I'm not even in the lobby yet.
I didn't have the link.
Yeah, I don't have the link either.
I have the link now. Okay. Alright. So, the first ban for Gjaka Gang is Ezreal, and the first ban for 8Cs is Darwin 4. So it looks like Gjaka Gang is targeting Chris on the Ezreal, and in response, 8Cs is taking away Robert's J4, which is not something I would take away from him. I think he's had more impact on the Zac, especially last year, being one of my teammates. He had very, very influential Zac and Volibear games. So, what do you think, Stu?
Honestly, I feel like J4 is in a pretty strong place right now. I feel like, Larkin had a pretty good presentation on him yesterday, although a little bit of failure in the smite fights, but it's okay. He killed people with the ultimate and just bopped him to death with his long stick, so.
Yep. Rounding out the rest of the bans for Gjaka Gang, Ezreal, Gangplank, Echo, and then 8Cs has banned with the J4, Samira, and Irelia, which are two very strong picks. And it looks like they're hovering Yuumi.
This is interesting. I'm not sure who plays Echo on 8Cs. Oh, Andrew does. Yep. Okay. That's right. Never mind. I wouldn't want to see that either. Understandable.
And they do pick Yuumi. Oh my.
That's definitely an interesting first pick. While Yuumi can be very beneficial late game, I feel like there's just so much to abuse, especially in lane with Yuumi, and locking it in first and basically showing that you are gonna have one champion or a kind of a 1v2 lane for the first 10 minutes is, I don't particularly think that's a great choice.
Yeah, but it could be a safe choice going for whatever they're going for. On the counter side, 8Cs do pick up MF and Janna, which, as far as a bot lane goes, is not too synergetic. Janna doesn't really have the lockdown that allows MF to just bullet time all over. And then Sivir is a great pickup for Gjaka Gang, because Sivir Yuumi will be very, very, very powerful late game.
It will be very powerful late game, but I do feel like they're giving up a lot of early game pressure. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just feels like that lane's just, it feels very weak. And I believe they pick up the Maokai for Robert, probably. I'm guessing that it's Maokai jungle.
I don't remember him playing that. But I don't know their champion pools all too much. There's a chance it would be top, but if it is jungle, would be a semi-powerful pick.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a good pick. With both the Sivir and Yuumi supporting, because they will have a lot of CC potential, especially late game with the Maokai and Yuumi ults, and that should just allow Sivir to kind of just attack and not have to worry about taking any damage for a little while.
Yep.
Gragas ban, interesting.
Volibear ban as well. Oh, and an Amumu ban? Okay. So that definitely, they're thinking that the Maokai is probably going top, because these are definitely jungle bans.
Yeah, definitely.
8C, they're targeting at Robert.
I really feel like the Maokai is jungle, though. I don't...
Oh, and a Zillion
Maybe
ban.
I'm crazy. Oh, Kel was... Yeah, Kel would definitely do something like pick Zillion mid. I kind of can't blame them.
Yeah. So, I would like to say, though, Wukong is a very, very, very powerful pick, especially with a Misfortune ult on top of it. Like, Knockup is the only CC you can't, like, get rid of or reduce. So, it's very powerful. And then Victor pick.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think having the Wukong and the Victor, even the Janna is just really good for their team. The Janna can provide both a lot of peel and healing with her ultimate, just to keep enemies off of Misfortune. Zoe is strong. It will be definitely useful to probably get insecure picks. Especially late game, when she can basically, if she lands a sleepy bubble, you're most likely dead with a Q and an auto.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Zoe gameplay, but we'll see how it goes in set.
That's probably a set jungle then.
I really think it's set top of Maokai jungle still.
It could be.
And Olaf.
Olaf would be like... That might be then the Wukong top and Olaf jungle, unless it is just Olaf top. But I still think it would make more sense. Ooh. Oh, we saw a very successful Silas game yesterday, minus one issue with a run-in the Malphite in the top, but otherwise very, very impactful mid to late game. Stealing some very powerful ults. Stealing Sivir is very strong. Stealing Yuumi is very strong. Set not so much, and Zoe not so much, but also Maokai with some very strong scaling with it. It'd be looks like a very serious threat.
I do feel like the Silas pick is very good. Again, we see it kind of saved for last, which honestly is the best way to pick it in my opinion, because the other team might not see it coming. And I feel like it will provide a lot of value to their team. It can steal the Yuumi ultimate, it can steal the Maokai ultimate, and set ult as well, which and even if they want to just do like a quick map rotation or something, they could even possibly steal the Sivir ultimate to get a good engage. So I feel like that Silas provides a lot of CC or kind of engage potentials that they wouldn't have otherwise. Just Wukong can get decent engages, but I guess the main problem is just with having Yumi and Maokai. The GG does have a lot of disengage. If they don't want to take a fight, they aren't gonna have to take a fight. So I feel like having that silence there to almost kind of force them to take it in some instances is definitely gonna be very beneficial.
Yeah, I agree. Looking at the two comps, which one would you rather be a part of?
Weak. Ignorant thrall.
I can speak first if you would like.
I definitely do need some time to consider because there's definitely benefits to both of them.
I think that 8C's comp is easier to execute in a front-to-back team fight. Getting the Wukong to engage on 3 or 4 of them, and then MF ulting right on top, and then having Silas pick whatever ult is most beneficial at the moment is a lot easier to execute than what Gjaka Gang has to do. I think Gjaka Gang has more options in a fight, because if somebody tries to engage on them, Maokai ult can keep them distanced. Yumi ult can be used as an engage or disengage, as well as Sivir's ult. But it looks more like with the Zoe, they would want to pick rather than fight full front to back. Set would be a great pick to ult the Wukong out of the team, and prevent him from knocking out multiple people. But we'll have to see how that pans out.
I honestly really like both of the teams here, and I think it's just going to end up being kind of how the lanes are played and which lanes get ahead. Because I honestly think GG does have a little bit of a better team comp. I would actually argue that their front to back is better just because they have the Maokai, they have the Yumi, they have the set, they have so much peel for this Sivir.
Oh,
And critically, Crusty has banned out Ardent as a name. Some very interesting choices. Especially some kind of disrespect a little bit.
I think Gjaka Gang also banned something out because it's BARDS, so it's bards.
Yeah, they banned bards.
Which, with their first pick being Bard, it makes sense.
It's definitely interesting.
So we have 10 seconds until we're in the 3-minute wait. Do you... Yeah. Oh, and 3 minutes left on predictions as well. Do any of these champions match up as comfort picks for any players here? I'm not too familiar with everybody here in their comfort picks. As far as the two that I can speak for, Zurok and 5566Y, Steven and Robert. Steven, I've seen him practicing a lot of Ari and Zoe in preparation for this, but I have not seen Robert play Maokai jungle yet. So
I have seen Robert pull out the Maokai jungle occasionally. I do feel like it's a comfort pick. I feel like it's something that he doesn't usually play just because, depending on the team comp, it doesn't feel quite as strong or it might not provide as much utility. But I honestly feel like it does provide a team in this instance, just having the root available to kind of slows that can be generated by throwing his saplings in bushes and slowing people's chase, and then also having Sivir to kind of run people down. You also have the set for engage or disengage, and you can honestly use set Maokai, Yumi, and Zoe as either forms of engage or disengage. So I honestly think that if they play things properly, if they just kind of do things at their own pace, take their time, and make sure that when they pick a fight, that's the fight they want to pick, they will have all kind of the tools in their belt to either continue um the engage, or if they realize it's turning against them, disengage. And kind of control the flow of the game that way with good uses of their alts and abilities. I feel like CCC is or 8Cs is gonna have to. It's kind of an all or nothing. I don't feel like they do have some disengage with like Janna, but for the most part, I really think they're gonna be kind of looking to engage with like Wukong, Silas, um, maybe if they can catch someone out with Victor with his stun, because Victor does deal a lot of damage, especially late game.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
might be a little harder for them to prevent, like if they get engaged on, Janna can all and provide some disengage, but I do feel like it's going to be really hard if just depending on what GG initially uses to engage, because they just have so much potential to keep engaging. Like if Set engages and then Janna ults to get Set off of their backline.
Yep. And now submissions are
You might
closed
have
at the start of the first game. So sorry to cut you off a little bit, but as we're heading into the game, there's something I do want to talk about. What does our level 1 look like? Would you think that we're gonna standard spread out for both teams, or is one team looking to engage with their current call? Stu? I believe this is a situation of StuNet diff, and Stu may have dropped off for a little bit. Yep, I figured. Okay. I'm getting words from production that we're still live. Stu, you there? Nope. Okay. While we wait for Stu to come back from StuNet, it does appear that there was a pause at the start of the game, so there is nothing. Yep, there's nothing happening. Oh, and looks like it was a very brief pause.
Watch your mouth, kid, or you'll find
Yep.
yourself respawning at
Alright, just to sync up, I'm at 14, 15, 16. Alright, so as we head into game, personally, I don't think either team has already enough CC for a level 1 to actually invade on the other. I think we're going to get standard line of scrimmage types, and it looks like that's what we're getting. I may be a support in this league, but my first love was jungle, and so I'm going to briefly talk about the two junglers real quick. Okay. Oh, it looks like we have a late invade first. Nope, just a late invade for vision control to track the jungle, which is a huge thing. So, as far as Wukong versus Maokai, I believe Wukong had a much quicker clear, and he will be on to his. He will finish his clear a lot quicker than Maokai, but we'll have to see if he does make some impactful ganks, because Wukong's ganks are a lot stronger once he gets 6, whereas Maokai theoretically could gank a lot quicker.
My apologies because I disconnected. I did not load into the game, so I'm trying to restart my client.
No problem. Just let me know when you get back in. I will do my best to keep you informed. It looks like jungle clears as I expected. Wukong finishes a little bit quicker. But it looks like Wukong will be going for a full clear, whereas Maokai might be going for a more brief clear to get to level 3 and then get out and gank.
Mm-hmm.
And also, crucially, the 8Cs knows where Robert is because of the ward that they placed at like 10 or 130 into the game.
Mm-hmm.
Those look like the lanes are even.
Okay.
I have to remember the key to pull up the scoreboard. Okay. I'm not getting anything. Oh, probably because I was. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at CS right now. 3 minutes into the game. We'll notice that it's relatively even as we see some fight in the top lane. Both junglers are there, but nothing comes from it yet. DS is staying relatively even, and it looks like there's a gank. We see
Oh, nice.
a solid
Solo
combo.
kill.
Solo kill with assist in quotes.
What? It didn't show an assist on mine, but
Well, no, it's an assist in quotes because it looks like the only reason that he was there to actually engage was because he had the comfort of his jungler. Whereas there's a gank mid lane with an actual assist, or rather a kill from the jungler.
okay. Let's see.
So one gank from each side, although technically one of them didn't get credited with an assist. One kill to each lane.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, though, the kill went onto the top laner and the jungler, so there's not much of a lead gained in mid lane over that. Whereas the set does have a clear advantage over the Sylas now.
Mm-hmm. Bot lane is somewhat interesting.
Both ADCs are out of mana.
Yeah, both ADCs are out of mana. It's interesting how passively Chris and Matt are playing. Although I suppose I can't blame them right now since Robert is here even though they didn't know it. Let's see.
Looks like Steven decided to try to lock top, but it's not going to get anything out of it. But we'll get out without any interference from the Wukong. Also, I want to know, the jungler's name is not what I saw on the sheet. Okay. Alright, it's still Elijah. That's one of his accounts. Nice dodge out of Yumi.
Yeah, whenever Yumi comes off of Sivir, you kind of want to abuse that, especially as MF in Janna. If you can just hit her with like a tornado or even just poke her with W as Janna, that would work really well. Or an E from MF to slow her and kind of just... you gotta abuse Yumi in lane. Honestly, like you can't just let Sivir free farm and just let Yumi stay on her or just walk off and not abuse it.
Yep, and it looks like some action in the mid lane.
Yeah.
That's a few, or one flash at least, and even more action. It looks like a gang from the top
nice.
lane deals the deal.
Yeah. Oh.
That's sending out a word. Can he fight a 2v1? Real question here. Oh, it's a 3
Oh.
now.
Oh no.
But he does get
Oh my
killed.
god. Wow.
But he dies in the
Okay.
end. Oh, Steven does land the bubble, but
Oh wow, yeah, if he could have followed that up, Steven would have had a kill, but he probably also would have paid for it with his life, so
I
it's
don't even
probably
think
a good
he went
idea.
off. There was a big Silas standing in between him.
Yeah. That's what I mean, he definitely wouldn't have been able to make it out alive, but it would have been interesting.
Yep. So after all that action, it looks like we still are relatively tied in gold. It's a 100 gold lead to the 8Cs, so not much. But also, if we look at summoners, we have excluding the bot lane, there's no flashes on the side of 8Cs, whereas Steven still does have his flash, and Robert's getting his up soon. So we'll see if he can make a quick gank and use that to secure a kill over somebody else.
Okay.
Some trading in the top lane results in a less than healthy Silas, but he's going to use the passive to heal back up.
Wukong is still bot. I feel like they're definitely looking for Dragon here. They're gonna try to gank the Sivir again.
Yep, that does look like it. Oh, and there goes the spell shield, and then there's the ult. I wouldn't be surprised if... Oh, he can't get back onto him.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
lots
Kind
of
of the
damage
one
on
thing
the
you
Gjang.
have to worry about with Yumi is when you engage on the carry, she can just root you there. So even with the Wukong ultimate, it ended up, while doing a lot of damage initially, he just couldn't catch her afterwards.
Yep. And a stolen Silas ult, or Silas stealing the set ult and then dunking him under tower doesn't net too much actual damage on him. It looks like Robert is taking the Scuttle Crab though. And he does take it. Or the Root Arrow, sorry, my bad. And it looks like he's going to be bringing that
for a
top.
gank? Oh, but I don't think he knows, or does he know that Victor's coming? No, he didn't realize it.
Always got to be aware.
Oh, and Steven's coming.
Oh, the bubble misses.
Yep.
And Shelly gets you to stop. I don't think that will secure a tower, especially since Victor is here. But
But they do get a lot of tower plates, so it's definitely beneficial to them, especially just getting the gold this early.
Yep,
Getting tower plates are always worthwhile.
And Wukong is not responding with a dragon in the bot lane or anything, so no loss value. Does look like Wukong is thinking about hanging top and turns back around.
Steven sees Jana heading mid, so now Sivir and is just really pushing Chris off. I really don't like how much Matt is roaming, if I'm being honest. I feel like they really needed to stay in lane and kind of try to abuse the Sivir and Yumi.
Use the pressure that they had.
Yeah.
Oh, and we get a flash in by the Wukong.
And I feel like they've been giving... Oh, nice ult by Jana. To get... So yeah, oh no. Oh? And beautiful engages by 8Cs. With the Wukong follow-up. Nice. Oh. And Wukong makes it out. Holy cow.
So that is a 4-for-1 but no dragon was taken yet. Fantastic engage by the 8C team.
Definitely. I feel like the Janna disengage there really helped him. It kind of forced Zoe back and split them up, so then 8Cs just kind of were able to focus them each individually instead of having all of them on top of them at once.
Yep, definitely helped. Crucially, though, I think because of that fight and because the Silas came down, I think the Kachiga was able to get the tower on set in the top lane. So that's first tower for a 4-for-1. So that's definitely in favor of 8Cs.
And it looks like Set does have quite the gold lead in top lane, over 1,000 gold.
Yep, we do have the first mythic item completed on the Wukong, though. Set does have the first item, I believe, in the Blade of the Moon King, but looks like Set came down to help secure the dragon this time. This time there was no worry about a fight because they had the numbers.
Yeah, I'm definitely a little bit surprised that just how little 8Cs contested that drag. They won the initial fight back and then kind of just went back to lane, which allowed GG to just kind of get it for free.
An unfortunate timing on the Yumi to jump back on and gets knocked out.
It's definitely that was a very nice gank bot lane. Did allow them to get a lot of pressure, but Robert just coming just a little bit too late to stop his teammates from losing the fight, but he was able to clear the wave, so they definitely didn't get as much as they could have had he not been there.
Yep. At this point in the game, there is now a somewhat sizable gold lead of 500 gold for 5Cs, although just before the dragon, it was actually, I think, 100 in the reverse.
Yeah,
So
the gold lead hasn't been super large this game. I honestly think that even though the kills aren't even, like how close they are, and it just kind of goes to show how much CS does make a difference. You can see that there is a pretty decent CS gap in the top and bottom lanes, as well as the fact that Set was just allowed to get the entire top lane.
Yep.
Oh, he might not want to back there.
They do. They are revealed before. Looks like the Sivir combo is being used mid to help push turrets, but let's see if they get ganked first. Nope. Some trades, but no long-term damage. MF is still just by herself in the bot lane. But not for long.
Yeah, Janna's showing mid, really. I'm a little bit surprised that Sivir didn't feel like flashing there just to get the root. He would have had a free kill.
Yeah, maybe.
I guess flash isn't up for a couple more seconds. Yeah.
We also just witnessed a Sivir ult and Yumi ult used to burn a flash out of the MF.
I mean, I definitely think it's worth it. If MF hadn't flashed, they'd have gotten a free kill. Their ults are obviously going to be up a lot faster than flashes, so...
Yep.
And that's one of the things is, Matt does keep roaming mid. Matt was still mid, so they knew if they engaged on the MF, there would be no follow-up, because they could see almost the entire enemy team on the map. And he had no support.
Mm-hmm. And just through sheer CSing, it looks like Gjaka Gang has evened out the gold lead, as we see a gank onto the Sivir.
Hmm? Oh. And that's kind of the power of Yumi at this point. Like, once she hits 6, if you try to engage on her, it's just... it doesn't work if she has ult.
Yep, and although the remount from the Yumi did get cancelled, the Yumi is still able to ult herself and walk and keep the AD carries alive.
Dragon is up soon. So it looks like both teams are preparing for a little bit of a fight near the dragon pit.
Yep, there's a 5-man gang from the 8Cs, and it looks like Robert is dropping Rift Herald in mid before joining for a numbers advantage right when Drake gets up. Well, let's see if they can use their advantage. Tornado hits several people, and suddenly nobody's interested in this dragon.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting choice.
Now that Gjaka Gang has control of the dragon area, they suddenly don't feel like taking the dragon.
It's so like the first dragon, they fought for it and then just gave it up, and then the second dragon, they are they just not going to fight for it? Like,
now they have
this is such a weird...
Looks like 8C's decided to give up the dragon in exchange for the top tower that they may or may not get. Looks like the tower has only 1,200 health, so it looks like they'll get it now.
I feel it. It's just, this game's so weirdly passive around like actually taking the objectives.
Yeah, it seems like 8Cs has a better team fight, or at least better confidence in their team fight, whereas Gjaka Gang don't have confidence in their team fight, but for
they just get objectives because 8Cs just backs off.
Yeah. It is a little bit weird, I will say that. So at 20 minutes, the gold lead is now 1.3 in favor of 8Cs, although they don't seem to be using that gold lead aggressively. As far as turrets go, it's 2-1 in favor of the Gjaka Gang, but they don't seem to be using the pressure that, or 8Cs don't seem to be using the pressure that they really have.
It almost, in all honesty, I almost feel like the two dragons kind of even out the gold value just on GG, even though they're technically behind in gold. It really doesn't feel like it. They're down a few kills, but a lot of them are up in CS. Like, so it's a very weird feeling game.
Big damage onto the Victor with the bubble. Sleepy bubble into Tunnel Star combo. Very, very, very strong. It feels to me like both teams think they're behind, and they're reasonably closer to each other than they think. Or they're just both trying to farm to late game, which I would favor the Gjaka game for that.
Yeah. If it goes late, I definitely think the Gjaka gang has the advantage. Although
A gank from oh, and a big shutdown onto the set. They bring the numbers advantage to the top lane in a second tier turret fight, and they win it. As Steven dodges the tornado with a beautifully timed ult. But it looks like Gjaka is just going to get the turret here.
Red team's turret
Yeah.
has been destroyed.
it is so weird. Like what you said earlier, that it kind of feels like both teams are playing as if they're behind. It really does. Like, I don't know, I'd really just like to see some more aggression in all-out brawls, to be completely honest. It just feels like it's so passive. Like, neither of them think they can win a team fight, so they just don't actually engage.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something you and me both agree, especially as Malphite connoisseurs ourselves. We like to go in hard.
Yeah, you have to have a rock-solid foundation.
Exactly. Whereas these two just, after a few fights, they just don't seem to want to fight anymore. As Steven, and never mind, there's a fight.
Oh. Yeah.
He was just dead.
That was definitely an interesting pathing choice by Steven there.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, honestly, in my opinion, from the beginning of the game, as it looks like 8Cs is finally set to take a dragon, it seemed like Gjaka Gang was more of the pick comp, but it seems like 8Cs is actually being more of the pick. As a dragon steal gone wrong, Robert unfortunately unable to secure the dragon as the MFL absolutely obliterates him. So Infernal Soul is going to be very powerful for each team. On Zoe, it turns the 90% damage into a one-shot on most people, including tanks. On the other hand, on Victor, it basically does the same thing.
Yeah, if they can manage to get 4 Infernal Dragons for ACs, like that Victor, even the Silas, like Victor, Silas, MF, if you get caught, you're gone.
Yep. Doesn't matter how tanky you are. Which it looks like the Silas, or sorry, the set isn't going tanky so much. It's going definitely more along the fighter. And as we look down the line, we see everybody has their mythic. It looks like Set is going fighter, Maokai is going tank, Zoe obviously going burst, Sivir going for a more of a tank shredder than a survivability, as we see a gank in the top lane.
I do like the Shirelias on the Janna, just to give them the ability to rotate a little bit faster.
Yep.
It's almost like a mini Sivir ult, so it kind of gives them the ability to kind of speed away to objectives.
Yep.
Wow.
As we see another numbers advantage for the 8Cs, resulting in a kill.
Yeah, an interesting choice for Kelwa to TP there. I honestly probably just walked up. Though they are kind of looking to secure Dragon or Baron. It looks like.
Interested in securing anything right now. Which is surprising because they have the one-man advantage.
Yeah.
So there is only one teleport in this game, and it is on Kelwa. So if they do get the Baron, their split push would be basically unstoppable because they would have the numbers advantage whichever side they wanted.
I just feel like it's a little weird, to me at least, that Kelvin would TP there and then they wouldn't try to like force a fight on the Baron pit when they were up a person.
Yeah, I agree. Could be indecisiveness, could be desire to play cautious and respecting the Sivir's damage or the Zoe, because you're in a Baron pit and you get hit by a Zoe bow. That's not.
I feel like that's the one thing 8C should excel as, though, is zoning. Like, you have Victor, you have MF, you have Gjana. Like, I feel like those 3 champions are just so good at zoning, especially around objectives and stuff, that basically forcing the fight there, if they tried to engage, like, they would lose. Like, I don't know. It feels like they should have tried to force the fight. Like, if Zoe walks in, you have the stun, you have the knock-up, you have the slow, like...
I think...
And you have Silas and Wukong. If one of them walks in front of Zoe, or if Wukong can summon his clone, like, to tank the Q...
I think Gjaka Gang has more range, though. While Kawa's Victor can put the stun out, or Janet can throw out a tornado, you can always just sidestep those, and Maokai can ult, and then you throw the Yumi ult on top of that. It can become very hard to fight that, especially if your back is Baron and your front is 4 members of the enemy team. It's basically a 5v5 at that point.
At that point, though, they have to walk up at you. If you're doing Baron, they have to walk. They have to engage. Like, Sivir needs to get close enough to auto-attack. And you have Victor, like, you do have that stun, but you also have Victor ult. You have Jan ult.
Baron the entire time.
And that's true, but you can peel off the Baron. You can try to force the fight, and when they engage, that's when you peel off and just go at them, because they're a man down already.
Maybe. But again, you'd have to engage into the Yumi, and the Maokai, which would be.
But
raw.
you would. That's the thing, though. You wouldn't. You'd be waiting for them to engage into you, and you do the Baron. And if they don't engage into you, then you just do the Baron.
All right, so we have another Dragon Dance. That looks like Dragon. Oh, and huge engage by Silas. As the Dragon resets, Silas is first dead. Oh, Maokai Robert gets the Dragon and a follow-up kill, and Steven Zoe also snipes the kill before dying. And that is a 4-for-2 team fight, as well as securing their 3rd Dragon. That was a huge fight for Gjaka Gang, and I would say puts them on the fast track to win this game. I would say that they have enough strength right now to take the Baron if they wanted to go for it, but it looks like they're going to be content with just taking a bunch of towers.
Yeah. I definitely feel like both teams have kind of been playing it slow, so I can understand them just going for the towers instead of trying to do Baron.
Yep.
Sivir does have like 2.5 items, so she does deal a pretty decent amount of damage, but maybe they just didn't want to do it with only basically her and Maokai.
Well, and Yumi.
I mean Yumi, but Yumi will contribute 100 damage to the Baron.
Yeah, but Yumi will keep Maokai alive, and Sivir auto-attacking for 10 seconds would just shred it.
Yeah.
Plus, he still has a 2nd smite, which I'm assuming is now back up to about 2 smites. as it looks like the gold has swung again, now in the favor of Gjaka Gang. Only about 600 though, so still very even. One Inferno Drag each, plus 2 other dragons for Gjaka Gang. 4 towers to 2, so it definitely looks like 8Cs has more gold on the table to take in form of towers. But they've definitely taken a bunch of gold and just raw kills. But after that team fight, I mean, I didn't have perfect vision on it. I didn't see where everybody was doing, but it didn't look like the best setup for 8Cs. They got a good initial engage and then were scattered.
Yeah, it did look very spread out, and they very much, with their team comp, really need to do a front to back. Need to make sure that they don't let their carries get picked off and really peel the victor in MF. So it's it's really hard, especially when they spread out like they did, to try to win a team fight like that.
Yeah, they might actually have better luck doing what they were doing before, but trying to get 3 or 4 people with a bush gang, because if they can get instead of the Silas, it looks like
they're trying to sneak the Baron? Are they really trying to sneak the Baron? Oh my god, my son is backing, they don't even know!
It looks like this is a very easy Baron secure.
Wow! Oh my god. And Silas gets
Now it definitely looks like the Maokai Sivir Yumi should have taken the Baron when they had the chance. That is most unfortunate for the Gjaka Gang. As now there's a huge pushing advantage for...
When 8Cs pulls off a Steven Baron call when Steven's not even on their team.
Sponsored by Steven still, though.
True.
He is in the game, so he probably gave his permission in the secret all chat.
True. Wow.
So, what's the button for bringing up the dragons, the objectives, the neutral objectives? Bottom left. Aha. Objective timers. Do we want to put that on the mainstream real quick? So as the next dragon is up in 40 seconds, it looks like Sivir has just run into...
Oh, they're looking for Silas. Oh!
And the cleanse.
Wow. The cleanse, but he still takes so much damage, but it gives them enough time.
8C's definitely got here faster, though. So it looks like they're going to win this team fight. Oh no! The MF just blows up immediately to the set. And so is everybody else now.
Wow.
What a fight by Gjaka.
Yeah, set, it just deals so much damage, especially in the center part of that W. Like, wow.
Started massive shield. And just got crushed.
Wow. That's rough, right after getting Baron too.
What a haymaker.
So 8C still does have 2 with Baron, so it's not a complete loss, and they might be able to somewhat prevent the shove. The only problem now is that GG does have Infernal Soul, which is going to be very rough. Steven gets cocky.
Making a play that he probably learned after watching the series yesterday, and he just ints. Anyway, transition favor. I still think the Gjaka Gang is still.
Yeah, the gold's even at this point. Like, it does feel like the Gjaka Gang do have an advantage, though. It feels like Sivir's definitely scaled, or at the very least, like, you could certainly start to feel her scale.
Sivir with 2 Infernals and the Soul, the Infernal Soul.
Yeah, as well as having the Hex Tech, that's that 9% attack speed.
Terrifying. absolutely
Yikes.
terrifying.
Yeah.
So we look at the map state real quick. Red has some vision in the lower side. Blue doesn't really have too much vision, but when you're playing as carefully as this, I don't think vision matters all too much, since you can play safe until you see where the other people are before moving up.
Vision is definitely important. And you can see, like, wards are moving all around the map. Like, pink wards are everywhere at this point. And I think that's honestly a smart move by 8C's part, is to just light up the map. Even though they were, like, winning fights really well earlier, they have had a couple of team fights where they really just kind of were in a bad position, got caught out, or had a couple of their teammates caught. So really lighting up the map so they can tell when and where the members of GG are coming from is just a really good idea in general, and should allow them to rotate and kind of keep better track of the enemy team and prepare for any, like, engages.
It looks like Silas found an unfortunate gauge, and it looks like the Silver Yumi will get out after unsuccessfully trying to kill the
Victor looks like
oh, Victor's out and at home to safety. I don't think the Silas should be trying to fight the set at this point. I think that is a story well said and done already, with Silas losing too many fights at this point. I think both teams have started to get to the point where, in order to win a fight, they just bring numbers advantage and win that way. Ooh, aggressive flash by the Silas, unfortunately, does not get anything. Do you think 8Cs can find a good engage? Or do you think it's long pass and their only hope now is a throw?
It's going to be hard at this point. I feel like they really needed to get a better advantage in the bot lane early, and just really abuse the fact that it was Yumi and Sivir, and try to kind of force them out of lane while they had the chance. As you can see, Sivir's 100 CS up on MF at this point.
Ooh,
3 completed items. Yeah. 4 if you include boots.
Alright, well, looks like there's a Baron. Easily done. Oh!
Oh, and Steven just almost one-shots Matt. Holy cow.
20 or less HP.
Oh, that was a good MF ult to disengage.
Good MF ult. If there were some other form of CC there to help, that would have been a great sustained full charge MF ult, but looks like it was only there to disengage. If we look at items though, the Sivir now has 5 completed items. It is full build. So Sivir is past being online. She is ready to crush you if you look at her the wrong way.
My items just not... Oh, my items weren't updating. That's why I didn't see that she had 4 items. I was like, what the...
It looks like Silas is
Oh,
running into the wrong bush.
Oh no!
And there goes Kawa. Okay, that could be the game, as Baron and Infernal Soul would definitely...
And Elder, yeah.
Yes. Baron Infernal and Elder is definitely a combination for an end game.
I definitely think they should just push down mid and end. I don't think Kel was down for another 35 seconds. Like, they can't fight them since they have Elder Soul. Oh my gosh.
Yep. It looks
Holy
like that's
cow.
what they're doing. Oh, and it looks like Janet's just dead. Janet's just dead. Oh, and the MF does not follow up to Wukong, and therefore... Oh, MF said it too. And that's game. Interesting to note, by the end of the game, the scoreline was actually even 16-16. That's game one. I believe we are going to be going into a break. So we will see you back in a little bit.
Hola.
Welcome back. We have a new caster joining us. Possibly
Casters,
two.
I think.
Casters. We have a Benedict as well. We certainly have the Larkin. Finally back from his whiz.
It seems like we have 4 of the 5 stew crew with us tonight now. We doubled from
True.
2 to 4.
Ready to enjoy some games of League of Legends? So just tell me what happened in this first game. Because, I didn't get to see.
It seemed like 8Cs were winning the fights. They were up 9 kills to 3. They were up 10 kills to 3. I think they were up like 13 kills to 6 or something.
They were
just
up
got
13 kills to 6. However, GG was up in objectives the majority of the game. They had 2 dragons, they had more towers than CC did. The gold was even. So even though 8Cs had like 6, 7, 8 more kills than them at certain points in the game, the most they ever really had was like a 500 gold lead.
Yeah, but what I meant with they were winning fights, they should have been taking more fights. They were doing well in the fights, and so they should have just kept fighting because that, in my opinion, that was their way to win. Take a fight, move it to an objective, and then win that way. They had the advantage in that regard, and they were going to get outscaled, and they just never took a fight.
Yeah, and it was a big issue, especially around the first dragon fight. They took a fight, they won super hard. Like, they lost one person, GG lost 4, they took a reset. Instead of immediately going back to drag to try to secure it, they just walked a lane. And then
they gave up the
GG
dragon.
got a free dragon. They didn't even try to contest it, which I thought was weird. They just smashed them in a fight and gave up the objectives. They didn't get anything for it.
And then they contested the second dragon. 8C's got control of the dragon pit and then just left.
Ooh, where's the link to the draft? Wait, I haven't even been invited to the custom game. Why are we in
Yeah, it's
draft already? Can someone send me the draft link, please?
Yep. I got you. No bans have happened yet, but
Where's the draft line?
the Sivir is the first ban, which makes sense because that Sivir was huge.
The Sivir was playing last game. Great change.
Like, Sivir just has such good scaling, and you really need to abuse it. You know, like, especially when they locked in Yuumi and Sivir first. Like, they should have been locking in an engage support, someone that really wants to fight early as an ADC, and just abusing the shit out of it.
Follow-up ban is going to be Yuumi, and then J4, and then Ezreal, and then Maokai. So 8Cs thought the Maokai was oppressive enough to give it a ban.
The Maokai was good. It wasn't like
Gangplank ban against Andrew.
but it was just
Yep.
it did what it needed to do. It
Now-
was there when it needed to be.
If we look at the bans from last game, it looks like Samira got replaced by Sivir and Aurelia got replaced by Maokai. Whereas on the other hand, the Echo was let through in favor for banning the Yuumi. I guess they wanted, Gjaka Gang wants to pick or ban the Yuumi as its first pick priority.
I mean, I guess it does make sense.
They are running back the MF though, but that allows one of the bans from last game for 8C's the banning over Gjaka Gang. The Amumu is up. It must be the Amumu.
So is this the Amumu support or the Amumu jungle? Wait, so it's Jake's support?
It's Robert. It's
Wait,
Robert.
and then Robert jungle? It's probably
Yes.
Robert, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes.
Oh, and the Rel.
Nearly followed by the Rel. Yep.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh.
Amumu jungle for Rob, okay. Misfortune, and they were playing Misfortune last game too, Chris, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. It was Misfortune and what support? Yuumi?
They played
Janna.
Janna last game.
Yeah, no, okay. Alright,
And-
alright.
Yeah,
Probably
they
did.
roamed a lot. He did have some good disengages with the Janna ult. I
doesn't have good
really
combo.
prefer to see him not roam quite as much this game. And really support. I just felt like he just left the lane way too early and way too frequently, and that just allowed Sivir to scale significantly earlier than she should have. Oh! they take her out.
Whoa! Aurelia, so I have to imagine that's Aurelia top for Andrew?
Yep, most likely, as the Aurelia was banned last game.
And they're taking away from Arland. Ah, interesting, okay.
So they banned it last game. They picked up this game kind of like the reverse of Gjaka Gang banning the Yuumi and picking it last game.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh man, they have Callista Rel. That is a disgusting combo, by the way. Although it's not quite as good against Janna. I mean, as long as Janna isn't the one getting caught, like Janna can buy a lot of space against the engage. So you know,
How
maybe not the
does
worst, but
Rel
but
ult
it's
work
cool.
with Janna's? Which one has the stronger force?
I don't think Rel's is unstoppable, so I think Janna would just knock her out.
Yeah, I think it's just whoever casts second. No. Like if they cast simultaneously, you know what I mean?
Well,
Am I not getting an
if
invite?
Rel is not, it's probably because you got an invite before you close the game, because it shows that you're invited. I think we.
God, time to restart, I guess.
You're talking about the W, right? The crash down, the one where she jumps. I don't think.
Or the ultimate, I thought.
Well, the ultimate is just a pull-in.
Ralston and Janna's pushes out, so I'm just wondering if they were both cast at the same time, what would happen?
Well, Janna would go to the place that Rel was, but Rel would get knocked to the edge of Janna's ult. Regardless.
Yeah, I'm imagining like what if like the character was on the edge of both abilities or something very strange, like I don't know. But I think whoever casts second. Like for example, like if Janna ults and then Thresh hooks, right? The Thresh hook will override the Janna ults, right? Like mid ults. So
yeah,
you know, I think it's just whoever's casting it after. But anyway, in the draft here they picked Corki. Wait, who's their mid laner? Steven?
Yep.
Oh thank God. Honestly, excellent pick. Very safe, solid farming champion.
80 carry type since he played a lot of 80 carry.
True. Matches up with his 80 carry stuff.
Meanwhile, 8Cs picks up the Volibear. Another pick I believe they banned last time, and they're picking this time.
It's interesting. Volibear for Elijah? Yeah, for Elijah.
And then Poppy to round out the comp. Poppy will be great against literally everybody.
What? Wait a second.
Aurelia mid?
Oh my God. Is it actually Kelwa's Aurelia mid? Oh my God.
No way.
But they're also full AD, by the way, into Mumu and Rel. It's not like there are no tanks here.
Ooh. So
holy mix.
Oh my God.
I would love to see the
Dude, my point. Fuck, bro. Are you kidding me? Who drafted this?
Biased caster? He's got money in the game?
I'm extremely biased.
See, this is why I never put points on the line when I'm casting.
Fucking hell, man.
I don't want to be biased.
Honestly, if we've learned anything from GCL, it's the team with full AD always wins.
Wait, Lark, did you just try to join?
Game lobby is full. Game lobby is full.
No extra spots.
It's okay.
Hey,
Wait, they're in champs line?
I can spectate.
Hey,
I'll be late.
Okay. You guys want to do that? The other option is
You're scared.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could also stream my perspective and you guys could
I'll just
watch the same
work.
thing.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, that works too. Yeah.
I shall endure.
Yeah, it's wild in one way.
It's insane, calm.
Yo, oh my God.
Oh, it's the whole crew!
It's actually the whole
entire-
crew.
It's the Stu crew.
It's such a meme.
New crew type thing?
Crew.
SCC.
Dupercast. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to believe that the Corkies can outscale their whole team, but you never know, honestly. Like, I feel like if any team's like gonna pull a hat out of the bag, it's gonna be team with like Andrew and Kelwa on it, you know.
What is Andrew playing? Andrew's playing
Like-
Volibear?
It looks that way, yeah.
That's interesting.
Let me check my chart. Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, it is a really good Poppy pick into Callista, right? There's that. Also, Poppy gets into Corki. It's not bad either. So yeah,
Poppy
you know.
is good into literally everybody except for Mordekaiser.
Gamer.
Mord, yeah. Oh, welcome.
Welcome. Mr.
But yeah, this is the full Stew crew. The Stew cast. Oh my God. All right, yeah. Honestly, I have no faith in this comp, but they might pull out a hat trick anyway, because it is just like Callista Corki as primary damage. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's do a quick rundown.
Wait. This looks like a swap for Irelia onto Andrew. Volibear mid? Or are they swapping again? What? Okay, they're just trolling.
We'll see. I want to run down everybody here. Which team would you rather be a part of? The Crusty Cruise 8C comp or the Team Dive with the Gjaka gang?
Team Dive.
Yeah, Team Dive, I gotta say.
I'd much rather have the team with the Corky and Mord. I think it's
Yeah.
really like if this goes anywhere near late game, I mean not only will Corky get strong, but Mordekaiser like with armor, Mumu with armor, Rel with armor, it's so rough.
Although I would
it's
like
more
to see
fun
this go
to
into a
play
third
fully.
game, I believe that this will be a 2-0.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
And
my
I
point.
have betted on
Damn
the
it.
wrong team.
Same, dude. Same.
So I hear, just as a small anecdote.
Oh man.
My friend who works for Moderna, you know, the vaccine makers, has brought sandwiches to me. And do you know what those sandwiches have on them?
Cheese.
It's the flag of the United Kingdom. Just by pure coincidence, they were giving out sandwiches. The Queen got COVID earlier this year. I don't know. Any conspiracies?
The Queen's gonna die.
R.I.P. the Queen.
R.I.P.
F in the chat.
All right.
She was a
So
good
we
friend.
got 2 minutes before the game. I know we all think that Gjaka gang is gonna win here, but what is the hope for 8Cs to win? Is it just an Aurelia pop-off, or is there some miracle thing that they have?
Yeah, I mean, Aurelia stun, Volibear stun, like, look, if they get a good flank, and they one-shot Callista and Corki, the fight's won no matter what, like, no matter how much armor you have.
Yeah, if Andrew pops off, if Elijah goes really well.
And also like, they have really good follow-up with the Misfortune ultimate, if they do catch one of the carries.
All it takes is for a Rel flash ult or a Mumu flash Q ult.
Rel doesn't even need to flash at this point. They have Callista to deliver them.
True.
It's like a Corky package, but it's Rel.
Yeah.
Delivery.
They have between the Rel and the Amumu, they have so much engage, and they have so much damage from their backline. Oh my god. Oh. But we have 5. That was 4. Setting a new record for the amount of casters in a game. That's the
Gotta have the whole crew. Yeah.
Can't just have 2. You need the whole crew.
I have this fantastic strat for top lane that I haven't pulled out yet, but I gotta admit, you know, like, everyone's gonna love the Shaco top. You know, you're gonna love it. The enemy team's gonna love it. Our team's gonna love it.
Jesus.
I will say one thing from the yesterday's games. Steven and who was the other caster at the time? Was it Chris? Oh no, it was because it was for game 2. It was Lily. Neither of them noticed the secret tech I had on the Malphite support, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because when I stole the Baron, it wasn't just luck. Alright. So we're gonna go into skin game, and it looks like a 4-4.
Oh my god, Jake really letting down his team. Also Elijah.
Wow.
Really,
Although
that's cruel.
Important tournament games without their A game.
I will have to give the win to
10, 11,
6, 7,
12,
8, 9,
13, 14.
10.
You're 1 second
I'll have
behind.
loaded in.
Yeah, I'm a few seconds behind. Oh well.
Y'all are loaded in. Nice.
Oh.
Maybe if I load in the game.
What do you guys have? 27, 28, 29?
Yeah, you're perfect with the Brennan stream. Yep.
Alright.
Putting everybody where I think they're going. Yep. Okay.
All right. Here we go.
I
We'll
love,
see how this
I
plays
love
out.
the like this favorite time of game. Just seeing what people do in the early game. Like Do people even bother to like screen the 5 points to the jungle? Like, what are people doing? You can see Ireland doesn't want to go for the tri-bush. He's sitting way the hell back. We have no one guarding the like entrance to the like bottom top side jungle. Like just sort of very interesting to watch. My favorite part.
Okay. Alright. So it looks like it's gonna be a standard bot side start for both teams though. Nothing too impressive there.
Too crazy. All right. Who do you guys think is gonna get first blood in this game?
Ooh,
If you had to bet on just one person.
Kalwa.
Kalwa. Oh no, not Steven, man.
It's gotta be. Dude, Irelia's so disgusting. I don't think Steven's got the moves.
Okay, honestly, not a bad call.
I don't actually know who's going to die first, but I would say the combination of either a Mumu and Corky or a Mumu and Mordekaiser is going to get it. That would be my guess.
We can see your bias.
I think a Mumu has a stronger gank and better clear than Poppy.
You're not wrong. Actually, a Mumu is a camp behind Poppy right now.
Oh shit, jungle gap.
No.
Jungle gap.
It's 2-2 because.
Oh, you're right.
Ooh. Yo, mid lane, by the way.
Oh yeah, Kelwa missed his stun. Kelwa just done, but baited out the ulti.
Can we notice, by the way, ignite Corky? Anyone else think that's very sus?
He's invading.
Okay.
I mean, it's Steven.
True.
That was an interesting trade movement. Kelwa does lose quite a bit of.
Yeah, so what happened? Did Elijah skip a camp? Why is he down a level? He's getting out jungled pretty hard right now, actually. Oh, what happened?
Dude, fucking Irelia!
Oh my god.
I swear to God,
oh
like,
my
I swear to God, unless you play against this champion a lot, we'll just get. He does not mid lane Irelia experience.
Oh no, poor Steven.
Like
clockwork.
The mainstream missed the 1v1
trades.
Irelia went in on that at half, by the way. Irelia won that trade with like a 50% up. Just for the record. Just it's like the champion's just like insane.
Oh,
Poppy coming in for a gank.
Poppy coming in bad.
Boy, that's a great gang. You could get that, right?
Oh,
Orange, wait, does he even win? Wait,
is this a double kill?
Wait, does he?
Oh my god, he's
wait, does he get a shield? Oh, okay.
Huge shield.
No, that's a massive win. That's a massive win. Oh my god, and Mumu's Mumu's gonna get Krugs, I guess, as compensation as well.
That was crazy.
Oh my god, dude.
Mumu doesn't even go
Really lands the stun.
Okay, fair amount of damage.
Steven's got to back out. Steven's at lower health.
You know, Kelwa was talking a lot about how he's terrible on this champion, but I mean, he looks pretty comfortable.
Like it's a crazy mess. like being bad at Irelia doesn't matter unless the opponent knows Irelia.
I beg to differ. I'm a donkey at that champion. But anyway. Yeah. Wow.
Bot lane has been relatively tame. Ooh.
Yeah, nothing's happened bot lane yet.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just watching this mid lane, which is great. I've got to go against both these guys, so I'm watching this really closely.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think we learned one thing. It's definitely ban the Irelia.
I'm not scared of Irelia. I've faced too many Irelias.
I'm terrified of Irelias.
It's a champion you have to be scared of, because it also, like, if it pops off, it can, like, be 5 carry. Like, some champions.
Whoa, Steven.
Oh, Steven. He goes in?
Yo, Steven's crazy, dude.
Okay.
No ignite from Aurelia right now, so, okay. He's chilling.
No respect for the Aurelia whatsoever.
But, Steven maybe misclicked the W.
That was an interesting move.
Yeah, Kelbo's getting ignite up in the next few seconds. If he lands a single stun, Steven's dead.
Looks like Mordekaiser has bully zoned off from Tia. Oh,
Really looking for the stun.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, Cowboy gets nothing, Steven's backing. Sounds about okay.
Skull's just developing a healthy advantage here in mid.
Yeah, Cowboy's
good.
got a pretty good lane advantage right now.
Kelwa has been looking quite good at mid lane, you know. I was told this guy's terrible at mid, but
So, contrary to last game, though, there is a very clear goal lead in this game.
Yeah.
And you just jumped the hell out of Ireland by being like a level down.
Yeah.
Volley wins the trade despite being 1 level down.
Yeah, for real. I don't know how he managed that. Really impressive.
I think it's the combos of Volley. Volley W, as a Volibear main myself, Volibear's W is a fairly strong heal, and if you get the shield, the Q, and the heal all together,
this could be it right here.
well, it's a big fight. Oh my god, the Mordekaiser ult just dead.
Volley unfortunately does not land the
Wow.
ultimate escape and goes down.
So also,
Mordekaiser just
Mordekaiser
really hard, that
ulted
matchup,
the
I guess.
Volibear in between the cast of his E, so the E didn't shield the Volibear because he was in the death zone.
Interesting.
Oh, that's what happened. That's
Yeah. He still probably would have lost, but yeah, it would have been different.
He would have
Been
been a
closer.
lot healthier.
It would have been much closer for sure.
The
These are the
Poppy hovering
damage-
mid side.
Oh,
Really you're looking for the engage and Poppy is here.
Still got the second dagger. Okay.
yeah,
Move
the,
him bot.
something
Move
bot
Robert
side.
coming in.
yeah, I like that Robert's playing bot side because of the scaling advantage on red team. I think Blue's really got to prioritize these early dragons, and especially Infernal Drake. Like, I'd like to see Elijah play more towards bot side.
I feel like Blue could just take it though. I think the 8Cs has, again, they have a gold lead. Well, okay, it's a little bit less now because Volibear just died, but they have a lead on the mid bot area, and they could just move in, take the dragon, and get out.
Yeah,
they could try. Moo hasn't hit 6 yet, so it might be doable, but it's very dangerous. You take a lot of damage from dragon early.
Yeah. As we lost a couple of fights in the game last night.
And to be honest, if you're gonna take a 4v4 team fight, like with the level 6 on Callista and Rel now, I think it's just gonna favor red side.
Yeah, I mean at this point, they have
But
Also, bot lane's at a level that now.
Looks
They're
like something's
level
going on
5,
top
so-
side.
oh,
And he
Oh,
has
that's-
stolen.
Oh, they stole
wait, so I was Enter taking Herald? Oh my.
You did get it.
Oh no,
That's
man.
bad.
Oh, that's
Andrew is too-
tragic.
Andrew's
Oh,
two
my
levels
points,
down.
bro.
That's a tilter.
Oh, I mean that's a huge
Like
swing.
some rotation from the Corgi too.
Volibear
Yeah.
like that good
Clean
to
up.
top laner right now? I never like. It was sort of confused about that pick on Andrew.
Mordekaiser, they would have popped the rift and get a extra gold lead on the top side.
Yeah, that's a huge gold lead on Arland
It's
right
gonna
now.
be a big gold advantage.
What is the
Oh,
button
man.
switch between items and gold?
Is it K?
X.
X?
Okay, so the gold. Oh my god.
Wow.
Damn.
Jesus, almost 2,000 gold
2K.
lead
At
just
9
for the
minutes.
top lane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Red's entire lead on Arland right now.
Well, also,
Yeah.
of course,
Good spot to have it though.
Yeah.
bot lane and top lane are just so far ahead.
I mean, to Kella's credit, he's keeping them in the game for sure. Looking
Yeah.
really good, but
Because Irelia can just fight Mordekaiser at a lot of points in the game.
So yeah, the item advantage of a Riftmaker to components by
That is
Volley.
a 10-minute mythic for Mordekaiser.
Jesus.
10-minute mythic. Holy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that lane is not being better.
Early flash, maybe? By...
Fair?
Just
A
soloing the
misfortune,
dragon?
okay.
Or trying to?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Robert's just soloing the dragon, and again, no priority. Like, look at Elijah, no priority on the dragon, and just sitting in a bush for a kill. It's just not gonna come.
Yeah.
And you really got to question what exactly are they trying to play for in this game if not dragon stacking?
It's one of those things that's really interesting about this season with the amount of off rolls. Like,
Oh, all bottom, all bottom, a lot of
Huge
stack.
stacked.
oh,
Whoa!
And it will be able to land the tornado,
Whoa.
but unfortunately the
Oh, here
stacks
comes
too
the-
oh,
much damage.
Alright, I think Robert should have gone
Oh,
around.
Robert, you flash alt that every fucking
Yeah,
day.
Robert should have just walked around. No. Oh, he's walking
No,
away.
Oh, but
think
Aurelia's
he
coming.
walks
Yeah,
here.
they need to leave. They need to leave.
He walks here, flashes over this wall, and just runs them down. Because they're gonna
yeah.
try to
Take a look at what Aurelia's doing.
Aurelia's in. Ooh, good
We'll
flash.
try
I
landing
guess.
E, but Moo
I'm not
flashes
sure
away.
he would have killed. Yeah, actually, but
Oh,
okay.
Yang
Good flash and a Moo.
Here's that entry coming in. I was in the way. If he doesn't want-
And that's just gonna be, I think, top turret.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
That's
first
not
turret. Oh, with full
Nope,
plate.
only
Okay,
two
okay, they got the
Didn't
teleport.
Bali. I don't think they want to fight this. They will lose 2v1.
barely save it, but they cannot fight that. They're 3 and
There's
2
a
levels
flash.
down. Oh my god.
There's a flash. Nope.
Yeah,
Nobody's
Elijah
doing-
barely gets touched by anything and loses like 3/4 of his health.
2-level lead on the top side, plus the mythic.
That is not.
That's just
It
rough.
is tragic.
Kelwa definitely wasting some time here. He's been bot for a long time.
Yeah,
He's
he
given
really
up.
wants
He's
to
starting to
kill.
give up plates and giving up a huge wave mid. So if he doesn't get this kill, it's gonna be pretty bad.
And I
Flash
don't,
still familiar, but he does
Yeah,
not
he
land it.
trades
Good flash
flash,
from
and
Callista.
he's just lost a lot of gold mid.
and that's
I don't know.
he's ahead of the Ireland. Are the
Honestly, I feel like the Aurelia needed to make a play top. I know that the Mordekaiser are so far ahead, but
I don't know if he. I don't know if Kel was
Good W from the Poppy. Corgi is out of mana. Moo line
easy.
the
Oh
ulti.
my god.
And I really will just be able to
Okay.
clean up.
Yeah, nice by Kelwa.
Yeah, really good. Really showing the strength that
First tower
Aurelia.
goes down, unfortunately, at 12 minutes for the top side.
That's rough.
Yeah, tower's gone. Yeah. And now 3 levels behind in top and just really unplayable. I think to a 3K gold lead overall.
Alright, let's look at the gold lead in top again. Oh,
3,000. Kind of rough.
Oh!
this type of lead warrants a 3-man gank in the top, which is awful because Mordekaiser can just say, "Hey, you got a numbers advantage." Now you don't.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, I don't think they can win that. Like, Elijah's not that far ahead.
Both junglers are hovering the bot side here.
They're in the dragon. When's the next dragon?
Looks like bot side is luring up mid to set up a gank.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost feel like at this point though.
Paula's got to get out of there. Uh-oh.
Here comes
Oh.
the ulti.
Oh.
Oh, Jay? Ah, he's dead though.
Here
He's dead,
comes
he's
the
dead.
ulti.
Yeah, good gank mid.
Probably trying to predict a flash,
Nice combo.
even though he doesn't.
Yeah, that's a great gank.
At the very least, the blue side can get one bot plate, but still doesn't make up for the Irelia shutdown. Was it a shutdown? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
Sure.
No, it might have because it was a 2-0, I think.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, it wasn't a shutdown.
Yeah, no, shutdown. Okay.
Yeah, so Steven has basically equalized golds with Kelwa now in the mid lane. And most of that was just from the 2 to 3 minutes or so that Kelwa just spent bottom, so...
I feel like
I
at this
mean-
point though, you send your bot lane to the top and you send the Mordekaiser in bot to get some more plates. Well, not anymore, but I think they have more pressure with the Mordekaiser going
Red
to the
side
bot
looking
lane.
to take Rips number 2.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Although I guess they'll do Rift instead, which isn't bad. Oh, whoa, alt onto
Ulti, yeah,
alt
Mordekaiser
onto
with the Poppy.
Elijah?
Comes a Keeper's
Very-
Verdict,
Very-
and the Keeper's Verdict does nothing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Brutal, yeah. Mordekaiser is taking over. The last thing they want to be doing right now is skirmishing with Mordekaiser.
Yeah. That's a kill for Elijah, but another 2 kills from Mordekaiser.
Yep, that is.
Now, did Mumu die before Mordekaiser grabbed the eye?
No, Mumu has the eye.
Okay, no, maybe I'm just tripping. Yeah, that's good because you don't want it on Mordekaiser. At least this way they can break down T1 down bot side and open up more map pressure.
Yeah. Next dragon is up.
Next dragon. I would say blue should contest whatever their name is.
5K gold. Man.
But yeah. The 5,000 gold lead, Infernal
Alright,
Drake,
15 minutes.
Mordekaiser.
Oh, alright.
Mordekaiser just hit 2 items. Oh man. Oh, it's
not
gonna
gonna
be
happen.
Now, I'm curious as to what MF is building these components into. No, because here is a Noon Quiver and a Cloak of Agility. So it's
maybe
either
Gale Force
Kraken or into.
Kraken,
My only issue with him building Kraken is that he's a Comet.
Yeah. Oh, he did take Comet. Yeah, that's
Dragon
not good.
goes to red side. Red side massive lead, all the jungle objectives so far.
Yeah, and just getting a lot of upside. He might get hurt for this.
Corgi
But-
has package.
So rough.
Okay.
He'll be able to land the stun, but unfortunately will go
I was
down.
dead here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Red side pops.
Oh,
Flash
Robert,
Q, unfortunately
nearly.
does not land.
Unfortunate.
unfortunate.
A little bit quicker on that, and you get that.
17 minutes in, red side has unlocked all tier 1 towers.
It's
And
not
they may be able to get the second charge onto the Rip Herald.
Yeah, they definitely get it. They might be able to get the second tower. I think if they stuck around, they would have gotten it.
Yeah, I think,
Yeah,
I
if
think
they stuck
could've-
around, they probably could have.
They've got 4 people here. Even against 3, they're.
Uh-oh.
Volley's going in, lands a stun.
Steven.
Oh, really?
Steven
Yeah.
is in
Flash
trouble.
and W. Volibear ulti's in.
And Steven again.
Oh, and a TP Mordekaiser's in though.
Watch out for the Mordekaiser also.
Let's watch more.
He takes the chance.
Zoning MF ulti.
There's
Volibear
a
flash over the wall.
That's huge. That
Really,
was
and Poppy will be able to clean up the Callista.
Oh, he's gonna go down
And
here.
Mordekaiser will go down.
Oh, shutdown goes on Misfortune. Oh
It
man.
is a huge shutdown for MF.
950 gold in Chris's pockets.
That was a
That
very
was a
good zoning
massive
ult.
turn.
They went up like 3k gold in that fight. They were down like 5k. That's narrowed significantly.
Huge play to turn around the game. And
I think
honestly,
they will be able to get bot side tier 1 in for that as well.
it just came off of an overextension. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they were very far ahead, but no matter how far ahead you are, like, if you're a carry like Callista or Corki, you just can't be that deep with no vision.
Wait, you guys should all take a look at that Andrew's build, by the way.
Andrew's going the AP build. I don't know if he's gonna tank after this or what, or if he just wants pure AP.
I have no idea.
A little strange. He's he's going Riftmaker too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little interesting. I mean, he's gonna do a lot of damage.
He
By the
won
way,
that fight purely off of fights, though. Like, that was crazy damage that won that fight for them.
you know, I'm wondering if this was Andrew's plan the whole time. Like,
It is also their own AP.
build full they build full armor and then he builds AP. He's the AP. He's the solo AP source, and somehow he'll be able to duel later in the game if they stack too much armor.
Well, the other thing is, you could just split push with that build, because that's a lot of damage to towers.
Right, exactly. Like what if you have Mordekaiser?
Like red side
damage?
is trying to set up a gank onto Volibear, he will land the move with advantage.
Andrew getting hit by
It's a 3 top side.
Andrew doing his best Scion cosplay. Oh,
Callista trying to kite as best as he can, but unfortunately Keeper's verdict will knock him up and he will go down.
Go for Kawa.
Will they get the tower on this?
Tower for them right now. Oh, they're getting collapsed on hard. They gotta watch out.
This might be a fight. I don't know. They have Janet disengaged.
Janet ulti will disengage. Janet will not land the tornado.
Tornado goes wide.
Who
Oh
lands
man.
a bandage.
Oh,
great.
Kella is in.
One person.
Wow, nice stun.
That was dodge the Mordekaiser.
Nice stun by Elijah into the wall.
MF will flash.
And they
And multiple chain CC onto this Mordekaiser. Oh my god. Mordekaiser might just be able to clean this up 3v1.
Yeah, Mordekaiser just wins this. Oh my god.
Holy.
You know that was an amazing stun by Elijah actually to just one-shot Steven, but wow, that's a champion.
You know, Volibear might actually, he had OT, he could have just built
Volibear
his
can maybe
Callista right here.
one-shot Callista, yeah. Wait.
He doesn't know if anybody else is there.
That's true. He doesn't know.
If there's ever a team to like beat a Mordekaiser that's that fed, this team looks like they have the CC for it.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
They have
like
fair amount of CC.
Mordekaiser will just roll over you and you have nothing to do about it, no answer to it. This team has the answers for it. If they're not out of it.
Yeah.
Also, their gold lead entirely gone. If
Yep.
even
Wow.
This MF has had 2 good zoning ults for the past 2 fights, which is pretty nice.
That's incredible, actually.
are they gonna fight for the dragon? Is it
And it's gonna be a
huge fight?
Cloud Soul, so you know it's gonna be a long one.
Oh,
Oh man.
So,
Calista still has to make her way down here.
Mordekaiser ult and Amumu ult are both down, so it's kind of a.
Oh, Mordekaiser lines up pulling to Jano.
8Cs has a gold lead on everybody except for the Volibear over Mordekaiser.
Red team's still relatively healthy for this fight
Red
over
team
here.
is waiting for the Amumu ult, and it's gonna come up in a few seconds if blue team doesn't engage here.
They're kind of in a choke point here. Okay, they're gonna get the scuttle. Steven is in base. Is he getting package? What's
He
going
has
on?
package. He 100% has
man.
package.
Oh man, here we go.
It's gonna be a banger. Everyone's gonna have their stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, if Steven plays this right, they should just be able to secure this dragon right here. He shouldn't even be
100%.
trying
They're
to
hitting
damage
it.
the dragon right now. He
Damage
should be trying to zone with his package. Here comes the MF ulti.
Okay,
God,
Steven's
Elijah
in
going
and
all the way in.
Okay.
All
Alright.
Dead.
Okay, big
Crusty
4v5 here.
Volley
Oh,
comes in
huge
with his
Volibear
ulti.
ult. Who is winning this?
Oh
And it looks like this will go
Right,
to
it's
the
a
red side.
Mordekaiser angle.
Oh my god, the
It's a
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser
God.
angle. Oh
my
my
God.
god, man.
They killed a lot of the threats, but they just did not get onto the Mordekaiser.
It's
They
literally a solo carry. It's literally solo Mordekaiser.
They cannot stop him right now. He is so big.
Yeah, look at the items real quick.
Like, he's spiked out of his mind right now. Like, he could not be any stronger at this point in the game. Like, he's gonna start falling. But right now, there's nothing.
Can we hold tab and look at the items real quick?
Yep.
So, okay,
Yeah.
well, at least see
Mordekaiser with 12.
the problem here is
Dark Seal.
the anti-heal is on Janna, and she doesn't have Chemtech yet. So they have no means of actually doing anything to the Mordekaiser until someone else builds anti-heal. Maybe a Mumu build Bramble, but Oblivion Orb onto Janna right now is just pretty useless.
That's a good point, actually. If Irelia built something or Andrew built something, it could look good. Right now,
Yeah.
he just heals.
I definitely think, though, this is the MF, because her ult is so big and so wide, it's going to apply it to Mordekaiser.
Yeah, that's been doing really well.
Yeah.
Really good performance from Chris here.
I think that, honestly, they need to just, like, 4 or 5 man group to fight the Mordekaiser and kill
Oh,
him.
big fight here. Robert
Oh.
getting just completely caught.
Robert gets
He
caught.
tries
Caught
to
up,
pull
Aurelia
the
looks
W
like he wants to go for Callista, real line
oh,
W and
this is
Q,
good.
slash E.
Oh, give it to
Okay,
him.
there's
Okay, that
Callista
works.
too.
Works.
This could be Baron.
That's 2 dead. That could be Baron.
They did sneak a Baron in the last game, so I think they have more of an affinity to do it. But they're doing it
Mordekaiser will be
without-
looking for the tier 2 at bot side while they do Baron over here.
Yeah, Mordekaiser.
But
Odd,
Volley
right?
will be
I don't know
trading
if this
top
works,
side.
though.
Now this can go sideways really fast if Corgi decides to poke.
Or if Mordekaiser TP's in, like he did.
That's Mordekaiser TP. That's
Oh no.
And he's in the death realm. He is just dead.
Rip Kella.
Volley
No.
will get the tier 2 for
Baron.
that.
It looks really bad for them. Andrew's got something in top lane, but not enough.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, there's only 3 at Baron right now, and we do see Volibear trying to collapse down into the
Yeah,
Baron.
it
Or
healed
maybe
all
he's
the way
taking
up.
red.
They-
Misfortune
Probably has
is
her-
Vision.
going bottom. This is probably good for red.
Poppy has her ult. She can literally just wait, ult out to Oak, or she can use it now.
Oh,
Oh my god.
yo, nice ult by Elijah. He just
Crazy
completely-
ult, actually.
Oh, and
Flashes critical kill onto the
Andrew's
Mumu.
flanked and killed a Mumu from behind.
Andrew's so,
No.
Andrew does so much
Mumu
damage right
engaged.
now.
Mumu
Oh,
engaged.
Mumu
onto
engaged. Okay,
Yeah.
well that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is what happens when you stack armor against the AP Volibear. This is the plan.
Yeah.
This is the master plan all
That was
along.
that was an insane pop. A Poppy ult fully saved their Baron.
Yeah.
Well,
it was
I
really
think the
good.
Poppy ult should have been later because there was no jungler in the pit. So you ult after the Baron is low, and then you just steal it yourself because you're Poppy.
It might have just been desperation. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean that's a possible play. Yeah, for sure.
Because he did knock everybody out of it, so if he did it when it was low enough.
Yeah, I don't know if he was even expecting to knock them all out. It looked really nice, but like I don't know. Yeah.
This is goal point in the next few minutes here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, sees the volley but doesn't do anything.
Oh, Volibear is in trouble here.
No.
No, he's fine. Mordekaiser's resplitting.
He stayed for another minute.
Yeah. I'm wondering why they don't just try to sneak the Baron now. They've got 3 that I think they saw 3 in bot.
I think they're scared. I really think they really don't want to tangle with them.
Dragon's up
They
in 1
could
minute.
trade here. They could go Baron for Dragon.
Looks like red side's trying to set up a dragon,
Oh, there
and
it is.
blue side will be trying to sneak this Baron.
Yeah, looks like it's a trade.
Red side does not seem to notice so far. Volley is keeping Kalista down there
They have
busy.
no idea. Oh my god.
Seeing Mordekaiser down there too.
Oh man. Oh my
And
god.
it looks like they are able to sneak this Baron. Now, if Volibear can get away from this, this would absolutely be worth it.
Looks like Volibear will die,
Unfortunately, he will go
okay.
down.
I mean,
And that should just be Dragon Soul for the red side.
that's true. It is a trade of Dragon Soul for Baron. Ooh.
Hoppy
Not
does
sure
have
that.
ult and smite
I mean,
and
the Baron steal was pretty sick, but actually, it might not even be worthwhile for
Really
them.
looking to stand E.
Yeah, they're looking to fight 45. If the focus down
Yeah,
on Mordekaiser, this
no,
fight-
this isn't good.
Hey,
Oh
MF Hulk's
no.
coming down. He lands a 3-man ulti from a
Really nice
Aurelius on the
MF
backside,
Hulk.
cleans up the Corgi.
Oh yeah.
And
This was
unfortunately, Kalista will just beat down the Poppy.
Yeah, it was a crazy.
Oh, does not
Oh,
kill with the
okay.
rend. But Janet will pay for that dearly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like Poppy will be getting away from this one either.
Oh no.
Oh, didn't land the E.
Okay.
Mordekaiser is flanking.
I mean, wasting a lot of time, I guess, for the consolation.
Wasting a lot of time.
They
They will get soul.
And unfortunately, oh!
Okay. We split with it.
You have to imagine if, if Blue Side gave up Cloud Soul and then just fought immediately after with the Baron, then maybe it could have been a better outcome.
Well, I don't know why they were fighting. They had Baron. Why not just split and
Take some towers, like reset by, prepare to fight. Like prepare to fight them like once Andrew respawned, but
Andrew has
At
240
that point, it was just
He's so
if
strong right now. So much
Volibear was bot side and they sent people to collapse him, he should have realized that. And if he still had TP, like Baron was pretty much already secured, he should have TP top side and took a tower or something like that with Baron. He shouldn't have stayed that long at bot side anyway.
Yeah, Andrew.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And it looks like they're trying to pick off his volley once again.
Yeah.
So, like, at this point, the rest of the blue team should just be pushing bot.
Yeah, they
don't
have
Baron.
push hard.
Like if your Volibear is making pressure in one side of the map, you got to go to the other side of the map.
This is sort of the way
Blue
you
steals
abuse
the
the
blue buff
team.
with a smite.
This is the way you abuse the team where only one of their players is really strong. The Mordekaiser. You just have like Andrew at top, and then 1v4 split. 4 bot, Andrew top, and Mordekaiser can't be in both places at once, and it's just working.
Yep. Well,
Like, the goal
really need to get QSS, and then he can split reliably because they can just QSS out of the death realm, and then.
They are sending forward bot side again to pick off this Volibear. And I guess they might be able to catch him off.
Mordekaiser can maybe. Let's see 1v4.
Super tanky, but unfortunately.
1v4 middle?
Wow.
And they don't even kill him. They don't even know.
Oh my god. It's just
Poor Jana.
close.
Please, if you have young children, don't let them watch this. This is a match.
Oh god. And there's still nothing to stop the Volibear as they're killing. It's still just Gjana.
Usually when both teams split up 1-4, the 4 kills the 1, but it looks like the Mordekaiser is
Arlen's playing like by a different set of rules this game.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
3 will go down as they bought 4 people bot side. Looks like they will be taking this inhib too.
Holy cow.
Now they do have another mid wave coming,
Yeah.
and then Corgi is pushing in that top
They've got a
side
mid
wave.
wave coming in. They're trying to end this game right here, right now.
Kaiser lands an E onto 2 people. Janet will use her ulti.
Mordekaiser a little too deep.
Mordekaiser
Yo,
is dead.
4-man ulti from the Mumu.
Oh, nice stun by
Stuns
Relia.
onto E.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
Was trying to kite,
Elijah?
but
They can't kite into this? Oh my god. Wow. Wait, Steven wasn't in the fight?
no, he was split pushing top side.
Alright, Corky's scaling.
Okay.
Get the tower.
See, that's
yeah,
as
really
soon as Mordekaiser dies, they just win the fight for free. It doesn't matter. It wasn't even
Really,
close.
yeah, really deep by Arlen. Massive throw, actually, because, you know, I mean, tempo matters so much in the late game, and...
Yeah, if
Corgi has
Arlen
package,
steps
so
out
he
of
will be
line,
able to defend
no,
this.
no.
Wally will look for a dive,
No
but Corgi
way.
is packaging
Andrew.
out. Wally will ult the tower and try to kill this
Oh my
Corgi,
God.
but unfortunately there is no follow-up.
And just gets murdered.
Corgi W's in,
Oh,
and he will be looking to clean up.
Yeah,
Oh,
Chris
okay.
is just dead.
Good.
Alright.
And it looks like red side will be trying to look for Baron right here.
Baron's up in a minute.
Set up vision at least.
Bowling Bear and MF will both be up for Baron, I think.
Looks like Janet
it'll be-
might
oh,
get caught
nice
out here,
intro.
but she's
Oh,
nice
is
to
Jana
fatal.
died? And Jana's out. Okay.
It'll be 10 seconds for them to run there, and I think
Mordekaiser and Rel walking up into the
It'll
blue
be
side
close. They'll be
jungle.
able to stun them out.
Elijah.
Oh, Elijah.
Ooh, good
Good
flash.
flash from Poppy.
Good flash.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but
Alright.
that flash takes away from the ability to steal. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they need to wait
Red
for the
side does
Bear.
have a wave shoving in bot side, so someone needs to go catch that wave.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just gonna do Baron on spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like they have no way to contest it.
Let's see how long it takes for them to kill it. So it's up at 33:09.
Oh, it's just getting shredded.
My god.
It is gone.
Going, gone.
8
Jesus.
seconds. 8 seconds to kill it. Oh.
They're not even recalling, they're just going straight mid. They want this game over.
Volibear for some reason is just shoving bot side, despite 3 showing mid right now. 4.
He does have TP.
Okay, they do have the
Yeah, but
tower.
that tower will go down really fast.
Power is gone.
Top of the Shirelias.
It's probably an
Okay.
inhib for them.
If not the
Poppy
game, to
looking
be
for the
honest.
stun onto Corgi.
Okay.
Lands a keeper's verdict. Unfortunately, there
Noah
won't be
and
no follow-up.
Elijah going for the
Yo, Elijah is
flank.
fast,
Oh my
man.
god.
Volibear lining a stun onto Mumu. Mumu
There's
will trade back
Andrew.
from bandage. Good disengage with Jana.
Jana ults. Jana ults.
Great Jana
lost
ult.
there.
Ballista tanking stuff in the top side. There are just
Yeah.
They're gonna
3
have to-
inhibs and Baron minions. This is probably the end of the game.
Yeah,
Looks like
they gotta
this
fight
game is
now or
over.
lose. Otherwise,
So yeah, it's now or never. They gotta
They
go.
have
You got Volibear ults.
3
Let's go.
cannons
You
with Baron
engage 'em.
buff.
yeah, look at how fast those towers are dying. Alright, Kelva's going after the minion. That's okay. They're not really trying to force anything. They're just sort of.
They're backing. They want.
Here
They
we
want
want
the
the
Elder, they're
Elder.
not
Now, if Red Side
Elder.
secures this Elder, that just means they will secure this game, which means they are playing a little bit smarter over here. Instead of trying to force something, they'll take an objective that will secure them to win.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
basically just win with Baron.
They can't.
They probably could have won
Well,
there.
they can,
But,
but it's better just to secure an objective and guarantee the win.
Although,
always
here we
a
go.
gamble.
We're giving them a smite.
Because-
We're giving them a smite.
They have bot side waves crashing into the base
it's a
right now.
fight. It's over. It's over. Right?
Yeah.
Look at Arlen's health.
Poppy will look.
Watch Arlen's health bar. You can determine how the.
It's over.
Yeah.
3 for 0.
Jump into the E.
4 for 0.
All right. Well played.
It's over.
Oh
And
boy.
it's a Mordekaiser TP.
Teleporting into the base. Oh my god.
Strong finish.
Wow.
By
Mordekaiser
side of the
must
Gjaka
be a
gang.
picker band for the rest of the
9,000 gold lead. 4
season. I
dragons.
mean, that was the
That's
last
it.
fight.
Rifts.
It was like only 5k, like when they were sieging the Nexus.
Well played.
Larkin, would you like to do the honors?
Huh? Oh, we'll be right back. Oh my. All right, and we're back.
Welcome
Live
back,
again.
gamers. We've had some really interesting games here tonight. The first one was a little bit of a patient one, without either team really committing, but the second game had a whole lot of fighting. Everyone would engage. It was a very intense game, and it will be just a moment, and we will have our MVP here for you today.
Here.
And Arland, we have selected you for our MVP of the series. You had some very impressive showings on the set and the Mordekaiser tonight. Did
Thank
you
you.
have any thoughts about your games?
Bro, that first game was definitely super tough. We were down early, but honestly our objective after those first couple deaths, we were just like, let's just farm, try and get these objectives, stall the game out as long as possible because we knew that if it goes to late game, like our team comp is a little better, but we also do more damage, all that kind of stuff. We just play nice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did look like although you guys were down in kills the first game, you really never were far behind in gold at all. I think the most you were behind was like 500 at one point, but at that point you had one more tower than 8Cs did, and you also were 2 dragons up on them. So you guys were
No,
pretty
yeah, our
consistent
our
even in both
farm
games.
was definitely up. As I said, we just decided to farm it up. We knew we weren't gonna win the fights. They were too grouped up. So yeah.
Yep, and we can talk about the second game now. How did it feel on that Mordekaiser to just carry the game?
Bro, come on now. Big Poppy, Ardit kind of showed me up that first game. My whole team honestly showed me up that first game, but then that second game I had to show him, you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to play around.
Yes, that is definitely the case. So we've got Papa Larkin in here as well for a caster. Does Papa Larkin want to ask any questions, hard hitting questions?
Yeah, what did you eat for breakfast, man? What the fuck? That
Dude,
was so disgusting. Like, Jesus. Actually, real talk, how were you feeling after you got ganked top and turned it around in the 2v1?
bro, I don't know, dude. When you turn a 1v2 around in top lane, dude, there's no better feeling. Yeah, after that I knew I was gonna run that game, bro.
And
You
then
just know early.
somehow you managed to get the Herald, and
Oh my god, dude, that was insane. Dude, I was just roaming down mid and I see like particle effects going off in the Herald, and I was like, okay, I gotta, I'll try and old Poppy install it, but then it was just Andrew, and I was like, oh no.
oh. Dude, I mean, you got the 2v1 kill top. You got Herald. You got like 5,000 plates. I don't know, man. It seemed like easy mode game too. I'm not gonna lie. It was looking free.
True. I was low key kind of a little running down towards the end. I thought I was invincible, but
You
obviously,
did win a 4v1.
True. But then I got stunned under the turret, and I was kind of troll.
That's true. You did have that one tower dive that went a miss. What was the call like there? Who made the call to go in?
No, nobody made the call. I just pulled the Janna and EQ'd her, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, it's all coming together, but it really didn't.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes.
Yeah, just for a last question, is there any shout-outs you'd like to make? Friends, family, teammates?
Shout out my team. We played really well. That's really it, dude. I don't know.
Your brother?
Yeah. Yeah, he's on my team, dude.
Your jungler? What about
Shout
the
out
family?
Robert.
Granite?
Good ganks.
Anything from Granite?
Fuck that little guy. I hate that guy. He was coming in my room during game 2, bro. He was pissing me off.
Alrighty. Well,
Alright,
thank you, Ben.
played.
Or not Ben, Arland.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Jeez,
Thank
Arland.
you for the entirety of the Stu crew for casting Game 2. And thank
Let's
you
go.
specifically Stu and Brendan for casting Game 1. Is there anything you guys want to say for final words?
It's a lot
yeah.
of fun, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you on the
wrong team.
Rift.
What's your guys' next game against?
We are
I was
against
gonna ask that.
CCCCCCC.
After seeing that game,
Um,
do you guys have any comments you'd like to make as a team?
You know, I will refrain from speaking.
Oh no.
No, I think it's gonna be a good game. I think Andrew always brings like super interesting picks. I usually enjoy playing against him, except when they work. Then I don't.
Yo,
I'm
Cole
actually-
mid lane? Like,
Elbow looks really good on the mid lane.
dude, the Aurelia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that earlier was doing some things.
That was pretty good.
We're gonna have to have a long talk about our draft anyway.
Thank you, Stu crew, and thank you everyone for tuning in at home.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night.